Okay, so as I sit here and I work on this assignment, they're doing a few things. They're disabling this mouse pad as usual. So that means, why is this zoomed in? So that means that the mouse, I can't, do any on-screen movement. Like I can do on-screen movement because this is a touch screen, but in terms of precision, like in navigation, I can't do anything with it. We all know that there's things that you can do with the mouse that you would rather not have to do by hand, and just deal with the tapping around and possibility of error is more than anything for accuracy. But the mouse is plugged in over here. The my phone is plugged in over here, and then down there is the cord to the charger. Okay, so normally I don't work in this room. Okay, normally I don't work in here. I've been working in my living room, but today I'm working in here, and this is an example of parallel reality and how they make attacks on energy. So they were implying there's another video associated with today, and it goes into the details of what took place this morning with some of the identities that they're using. So keep that video in mind. But then, oh my goodness, they're attacking my thoughts now. They interfered and interrupted the thought, so now I have to regain it. There's a video that goes with this, and it goes into detail about why this is taking place, why this sort of type of interference is taking place. So, like I said, I normally do this in the living room. And this is the day of. Today is due. And they stole 2 days from me. They stole Saturday from me. I was stuck on the side of the road all night long, and didn't get home till about noon the next day. And then I didn't get any sleep while I was on the side of the road. And when I got home, I didn't get any sleep either. But I was attacked. I was put on extreme amounts of pain for a really long time. So literally all I got a chance to make sure I did was eat and shower. Okay. So, normally the power cord is over here, and my iPhone charger is over here. Parallel reality example. They're showing, while I'm sitting here doing this right now, and they're disabling this, they're showing old footage of a different setup. Okay, so when they attack these functions, because they're showing old footage, they're suggesting that it's not taking place. So of course, if I'm saying, well, this mouse, I got it plugged in and it's not working right now, and they're playing something with me navigating using the mouse pad, it conflicts. And anyhow, it's used to steal energy. It's used to steal energy. So I had the phone over here originally. This is before they started this shit. They were already messing with the pad. So I end up plugging in the mouse. And the mouse was plugged in over here. I unplugged the charger because I have a decent, a full battery. I unplugged the charger, put the mouse in, and used it there for however long. And I had the phone over here. But then I needed this feature for my Apple iPhone to come up in my window. And before that, I unplugged the phone on 2 or 3, maybe even 4 or 5 occasions. Okay, I unplug it. My band-aid fell on the floor. I unplug it and plug it back in, unplug it, plug it back in, because I'm trying to get the pop-up to reference on my screen. And because I have that haptics thing on, which is also a feature on the iPhone that works kind of when they allow it to work. It depends on what phone they're saying I'm using. Today is working, and it's giving me that thump feedback. So when something takes place, I get a little thump in my hand. And they were interfering with pretty much removing the the pop-up before it could even show on the screen. So every time I unplug the phone and plug it back in, I get the thump and nothing would appear. They were removing it. And you can imagine I've seen a lot of different variations of this over the years, and I'm well aware of what's being done, and I'm being antagonized about what's being done. Okay, so that happened, like I said, a bunch of times, and then I finally move it over here to where it normally is. Okay, and they stop. But now, mind you, the mouse was plugged in over here, so I now move the mouse over here, and look, no red light. They won't allow it to function. I've unplugged it and plugged it in a bunch of times, and they just won't let it be. So let's okay, it's all connected correctly. Okay, do we have a red light? No, we do not. Now watch this. I'm unplugging the phone, but now the feature that I need. Okay, let me put this picture somewhere so I'll have it. Where did the picture go that I copied? Wow, so now the image isn't even referencing. Okay, so see, that would have been to rework that. I'm already working from my phone because I don't have any hotspot data, and I'm doing it this way to try and save myself some time because I have to go out and see how the paste option isn't coming up. All this shit they control, and they'll make shit appear that wouldn't appear, and they'll make things disappear that should, and they'll black out things so that you they won't function. Like, I'm using this as an example. You see those are black, they black out stuff that's supposed to function. So sometimes when things come up and you're supposed to have these options, they make sure I don't. And pretty much what this is I'm working from my phone, so I have 6 windows open. I have the classroom, I have the citation and reference center open, and I have ebooks like open, which is a peer review place where you go for peer review references. And then I have like pretty much this place where I got this picture from, which is Simple Psychology, and I'm working on the reference for it. So I've already typed the reference in. All this is causing me to do is I'm talking about work like 3-4 times harder than what I would have to. Okay, and it takes a whole lot of fucking time, and then they're trying to, on top of that, eat up time by not allowing things to function like they should. So here we have copy image, paste. See, it's not coming up. Okay, so let's try something else. I don't want to save it. I don't want to have a duplicate of it. Let's see if I can drag it. Well, copy that way. Did you see that, what I did? I just used this instead to copy. And now I'm going to try to paste. And it's still not coming up. Let's see here. Maybe if I put it here, save it, just copy inspect. Nope. So do you see how they're trying to inflict a lot of fucking anger? Search image. Reload. Yeah, so I mean next best thing, create a new one. Okay, that's not working. Not working. Back to this. Well, I can't. That's what stopped me the first time. Because then I wouldn't be able to get the pop up over here. Copy image. The mouse, and sometimes they let up off it. It worked for a moment. Look. And they said that they were Macintoshing all my devices. Okay, so that's another reason why they're acting like I'm supposed to be having this sort of interference. They're acting like this is not a fast processor. They're acting like I'm not using a Chromebook because they're claiming that this Chromebook and the activity belongs to someone else. There's the mouse. It's gone. Still nothing, still nothing. This doesn't make any fucking sense. Nothing. And I obviously can't drag it. Let me see something. Move this over here. Still no paste option. And let me try to copy this way. That's pretty much the same thing, but no paste. All right, so you saw it for yourself. Let me do this. See how I'm forced to do. Like, this is some bullshit. There's no fucking way this shit should be happening. I mean, it's like as if they already gave me enough fucking reasons to kill them. They're talking about they're losing the identities that they have. Like, so the agents that they have filling in for them and pretty much place holding those identities right now, they're talking about how they're losing their interest because they told them that I wouldn't be able to do this and that I'd be up all night working on it and that I wouldn't get to cutting my grass. And since they've saw me think out a workable schedule, some way to fit both of these in, yeah, they said the other guy is telling the others, they said that there's an agent that is informing others that I don't do any of the things that these other people do. That's why I'm always able to stay in the same frequency. So they're saying like there's pretty much nothing that keeps me inactive other than, you know, them putting me in extreme amounts of pain. They're saying that there's no drug use. Okay, so that's a really, really effective tool in controlling someone's activity and behavior. So they have this really, really lazy guy that they're trying to energize. You know, they're trying to invert him to claim that he's me. And, you know, in doing that, you know, they try to create long periods of stagnation with me. And that's pretty much always inflicted with pain, or that's always imposed, that's always achieved with pain. Okay, so I can't believe this shit isn't working. So they said that, you know, they're trying to pin his behavior on me, and that is not working because I won't remain inactive, that I always end up doing something no matter what, that I won't allow them to waste my time. Y'all ain't got it. Broke as fuck, driving back and forth. They're talking about the identities having no money and how they keep wanting to ride in the frequency of my vehicle. Okay, so look, this isn't working. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but back to the 6 windows being open. Everything associated with the classroom. If I had a article open that I was in the middle of quoting, if I had the classroom open and was in the middle of reading the rubric or making drafting a post, if I had the citation center open, all that is closed. So this, however long I spent, these 16 minutes I spent making this video, because I couldn't get this shit to work and move on, everything's closed, and I have to sign back in and then open up all those windows again.